If you're over 55, tired, and thinking about buying these patches, the X39 LifeWave patches online, there's one simple mistake that can quietly drain your wallet and your hope. Stay with me for a few minutes because where you buy them matters way more than you might realize. In a moment, I will answer the question about where you should purchase LifeWave patches. Bear with me while I share you my LifeWave journey and what I learned about the LifeWave X39 phototherapy patch. Let me guess, your nights feel like your body hurts. Your brain feels foggy. You lie in bed and stare at the ceiling. You think, is this just what my age is now? Everybody keeps saying that's normal. You're getting older. But deep down, that answer feels wrong, doesn't it? You're not weak. You're not crazy. You're just tired of being told to live with it. And when you hear about some little patch that might support comfort and energy, and of course, you want to know more, of course, you look online, and that's the moment the mistake can happen. This is not a sales video. This is a quiet talk at a kitchen table from one tired person to another. I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to promise any cures. I'm just a grandpa over 60 who wanted one simple thing: to feel like myself again, long enough to enjoy my family, to carry my grandbabies, to get down on the floor and back up without making a little ouch sound. And when I found these little patches, I did what you probably did. I opened my computer, I searched, I saw Amazon, I saw random websites, some cheaper, some with big claims, and I almost clicked on the wrong one. Before we talk about where to buy anything, I want to tell you why I did not just laugh and walk away. Because on the surface, a patch that uses light sounds silly, too simple, almost like a joke. But light has helped people for hundreds of years. Hundreds of years ago, people sat in the sun on purpose. They did not know the word vitamin D. They just knew the sun made them feel alive. Today, we know sunlight helps the body make vitamin D, which supports bones and immune system and even your mood. Babies with certain yellow skin problems lie under blue lamps in the hospital to help their bodies with jaundice. My own grandbabies were born early, tiny, scary tiny. I remember standing by that clear box watching them under those bright lights. No pills, no syrup, just light. Their body using that light to do something important. So when I heard about a small patch that uses light from your own body and reflects certain colors back into your skin, I didn't laugh. I got curious. Now we have to say, stay inside the lines. No wild promises, no magic words. I'm not going to talk about miracles. These patches are non-transdermal. That means nothing goes from the patch into your body. There's no stimulants, there's no steroids. They use crystals inside the patch that respond to your own body heat and light. And when that light reflects back, it can signal the body in gentle ways that support general wellness, comfort, and energy flow. Same way that sunlight signals your body with vitamin D. One of the most interesting things I found out about this is copper peptides. In your body, they have a big name, GHK-Cu. It was discovered in 1973 by an American biochemist named Dr. Lauren Pickart. If you look on PubMed, you'll find a lot of papers about this copper peptide. Over and over, they talk about three big things. It supports the body's repair process. It helps certain genes in a more youthful pattern, and it may support healthy skin, hair, and overall tissue. I'm not saying a patch will do all that for you. I'm saying the science behind copper peptides is real enough that smart people have been studying it for decades, and that's why where you buy your patches matters so much. Because if you're going to spend your money and your hope on this idea, you want the real thing made the right way. Let me tell you what I started to see when I dug deeper. I saw patches sold on big online marketplaces by random sellers. I saw listings with no clear company behind them. I saw prices that looked too good. And I thought, if this is a light-based patch, what happened to it before it got to that box? Was it in a hot truck for weeks? Was it sitting in some warehouse for years? Is it past any kind of date? Is it even from the same company that paid for the patents and the studies? On the other hand, I found the official online store run by the actual company that holds the patents and publishes the studies. They ship from their own system. They back it with a money-back guarantee. They track things like quality, storage, and dates. And here's the part that really hit me. Buying from a random seller may not just waste your money, it may also steal the one thing you still guard very closely: your hope. Because if you buy from the wrong place, use it for a while, feel nothing, you will say, see, nothing works for me, I'm just old. And that may not be true at all. You may have just never tried the real thing under real conditions for long enough. I want to share one story with you that stayed with me. In a group of people using these patches the right way, through the official source, I read about a person in their 60s who had almost given up. Long days, heavy work. They felt like their body was older than their birth date. They tried the patches daily, the way they were shown, through a brand partner who used the official site. They did not get fireworks on day one. They did not run a marathon on day 3, but they kept going. Week by week, they noticed small shifts, a bit more comfort getting out of bed, a bit more calm in their mind, enough change that their spouse said, "You seem more like you again." Now, did every single person get those kinds of results? No. Individual results always vary. But this person's story reminds me of something important. Sometimes the biggest change is not no pain. The biggest change is going from I'm done to maybe there's still some life left in me yet. This is why I care so much about where you buy these patches. Not because of the points, not because of commissions, because your hope is too precious to risk on a fake, mishandled product or a seller who will vanish when you have a question. That's why you want to make sure that when you purchase them, you're on the website lifewave.com and that you're purchasing them from a brand partner representing LifeWave so that you get all of the benefits of the real product and none of the risks of possibly getting a fake product. Let's come back to the hook. You're over 55. You're tired. You're trying to decide where to buy. Here's the simple payoff. You're allowed to slow down and double check. You're allowed to ask, is this the real source? You're allowed to say no to any seller who will not clearly show who made the patch, what patents and studies are behind it, what guarantees support it. You're allowed to treat your body and your money with respect. This is not about fear of Amazon. This is about respect for yourself. Some people in your spot quietly say, not yet. I'm not done. I will keep looking. If that is you, you're not being silly, you're being wise. Light has helped people for centuries. Sun on the skin, warmth on sore muscles, blue lamps over tiny babies. Today, light can be focused in small new ways. A patch, a signal, a choice. You get to decide how you test that choice, and you get to decide from where. I'm curious about you because people who watch this far usually are not chasing hype. You are the kind of person who reads, listens, and looks twice before you leap. So here's my simple invite. In the comments, if you want, answer one thing. What worries you more right now, your body or your future money? You can just type body or money. That's it. And if you see yourself as someone who does not give up on your body and does not give up on real information, take one calm step today, not 10, just one. Read more about light and wellness. Look up copper peptide GHK-Cu on PubMed. Learn how these patches are supposed to be used and where they are supposed to come from. If after that you feel called to try them, use a trusted official source. Give yourself enough time to see if your body notices anything. And if you decide that they're not for you, that's fine too. Either way, you will know you chose with your eyes open. And that, at this age, is important.